Hi all, welcome to PowerShell for Penetration Testers at Pentester Academy. In this video, let's have a look at some of the advanced features in PowerShell functions. We will have a look at the param statement and using it to define parameter attributes. There are many parameter attributes, but we will have a look at these four as these are the most frequently used ones. And we will also see how to do parameter validation. So let's quickly move to the ISE. Let's create or write a function called advanced function. Now we can use the param operator this way. Let's declare a parameter and let's try the first attribute. Let's make this $a parameter mandatory. Let's define another one. Let's not make this mandatory. Now let's quickly write some stuff for the function to do. Okay, so let's just try this out. We're using the dot sourcing method to execute the function. We will have a detailed look at it in the next video. So let's pass 1 and 2 to it. As you can see, the positions of the parameters have been by default assigned in the order of their usage. So A occupies the 0th position and B occupies the 1st position. We can also use the named parameters this way. Now, because B is not mandatory, can we not pass B and execute the function? Yes. Can we do the same without A? No. Also, let's define the position. Let's assign A position of 1 and B a position of 0. Now, if we pass 1 and 2, notice that A is now 2, that is, it got the 2nd position, and A got the 1st position, as we declared here, B got the 0th position. But still, if we pass the named parameters, the values would go the correct way. Let's change these so that there is no confusion. Now, another interesting attribute is value from pipeline is equals to. This attribute allows us to receive value of a parameter from pipeline. That is, we can pass value of the parameter from pipeline. So here we did not pass a value for A, but piped 55 to the pipeline and it was assigned to A. This parameter makes it really easy to write commandlet like functions. Now another parameter which we will have a look at is parameter set name. Parameter set name is the closest thing PowerShell has to function overloading. It is not to be confused with function overloading, but using parameter sets, we can make a function behave in different ways. For example, let's declare parameter set name. So let's call it param set1. Let's just copy this here. Let's call it param set2. Now, if we call the advanced function and pass the value of A, you can see that B was not required. Okay, it was not required anyway, so let's call B. Now, as you can see that even when A has been declared mandatory, when we passed value of only B, the PowerShell did not ask for value of A as it asked earlier. Why so? Because now A and B belong to different parameter sets and are governed by different rules. We will see these parameter set names in action when later on we write exfiltration scripts where some parameters are required for an exfiltration method and some are not required for another method. Again, because A and B now belong to different parameter sets, A being mandatory does not affect the functioning of parameter set 2. Now let's just remove these. Now parameter validation. Let's save this. Now if we pass, let's say, null to A and something to B, you can see that we received an error because parameter A is null. Okay, so things like this could be tackled by the allow null statement. Now if we say this, as you can see that here passing null to A was throwing an error, but here it is fine. Also, we can perform various kind of validations. Let's quickly use one quick thing to note here is let's see the example first. Okay, let's use a validation set of 1, 2 and 3. That means value of parameter A must lie within these validation set. Another useful thing here is, now if we use the named parameters, PowerShell supports tab combination. Now if I press tab, PowerShell suggests the value from validation set. What if I do not use the validation set? It throws an error. And you can always use, you must be using it very frequently right now. You can always use PowerShell help to see other parameters and other validation methods. That is all for this video. If you're enjoying your time at Pentester Academy, please do recommend us to your friends and colleagues in the information security community.